Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for joining me today. It's Monday the 8th, Monday morning after the Super Bowl. So, hope everybody had a great evening watching the Super Bowl. So, I'm already forewarning you. This is where the topic is. There's going to be some football references here. I mean, after a night of watching football, kind of pops into your head. So, I'm kind of forewarning you already. So today, the topic is you need to know where you are going. So, the football reference on that. In business and life, you just need to know where you're going, which direction. If you're taking a trip, you need to know where your destination is, and then you got to plot out the things to get there. You got to plot out how I'm going to get there by car, then when do I have to get gas, when I'm going to eat, how long is the trip, am I taking a plane? Similar with football, when I was watching the Super Bowl and thinking and reading the articles afterwards. It doesn't matter if you're a football fan or not. If you were there and watched and saw the story of Tom Brady, I mean, the story's continuing. But this is someone, 7 Super Bowls. Someone that knows where they're going. And now every football player, everybody in getting into real estate or into business, their goal, they all have the same goal, is to be successful. They know where they're going. A lot of people have the same direction. In real estate, there's a lot of agents say, I want to sell this many houses, I want to make this amount of money, could be full-time, part-time. We all have a goal to have sales, help people, make money. But you have to have things in line with knowing where you are going to get there. Example, when you wake up every day, it's a ritual. Whenever you get up, it's a ritual. When what you do after that's kind of a pattern of what you do. Like you have a pattern of exactly how you get up. How many of us have a side of the bed? How many of us get up in the morning and do the same thing? You have a ritual, you have a pattern, and then if you go to the gym or you're doing something that is not easy to do, we'll just say it's a discipline. It's a discipline to do it. Obviously it's not like sleeping an hour later or going to the gym for an hour is a totally different thing. You have to have a discipline to do something that it's not easy to do. You want to do it. Some people love going to the gym and they just love doing it. It's not easy to sit there and sweat, so it's a discipline. And then how you do the rest of your day is kind of a habit. So there's 4 things. That is rituals, patterns, discipline, and habits. You need to align those 4 things to where you are going to get there. So that's where the football reference comes in, is that reading stories about anybody that's successful in anything in life has these 4 things. And I bring up Tom Brady. I was reading a really neat article about him, and his teammates were telling him throughout the year, he was texting them, late at night. They were just making comments that he would, outside of practices, outside of watching tapes, outside of doing all of the hard work, he's sitting there analyzing things and telling his certain teammates that we're going to go to Super Bowl and we're going to win the Super Bowl. And they were explaining that he just didn't do that just to say it, like a pep talk. We're going to the Super Bowl. We're going to be successful. We're going to do this. He laid out, even in text form, the plan and what exactly they were going to do to get there. So it wasn't just a pep talk. Some of his teammates early on were saying, it's just a pep talk. It's just going to, but when some of the younger guys in there that were in grade school or kindergarten, after Patrick Mahomes was in kindergarten when Tom Brady won his first Super Bowl. So some of his teammates knew he was successful. They know his track record. And they took his lead in what they weren't exact, but some of his suggestion of what his patterns were, his rituals were, what his disciplines were, and what his habits were, and incorporated them into their lives to all come together as a team to win the Super Bowl. Obviously, there's a lot more parts than that, but that's a plus side of things. So the point I'm getting at today is you have to know where you are going. In real estate, you've got to know how many houses you want to sell, what dollar you want to make, how much money do you want, how much time do you want to put into it, and be efficient with that time. Because you could, like I've said many times before, you can be successful. You don't have to sell 50 houses a year to be successful. You say, my goal to be successful is to make $45,000 a year, because maybe you have another job, you maybe have other businesses, other interests. There's lots of real successful realtors out there that they feel their limit is success. It's not a dollar, like everybody has the same dollar amount. Some just say, I want to help, I get agents, I just want to help family, friends, people that I love and connect with, and pick and choose and give them great service. It's kind of like that restaurant that has 3 tables in it. There's that restaurant that has 3 tables in it. Unless they're charging $500 a meal, they're not making a lot of money. They're there for quality. They're for the experience. They're there for the service, and they love what they do. That's how a lot of realtors are. They love what they do. They don't want to give it to 50 people a year. They want to give it to 10 people a year, 12 people a year, 5 people a year, and give them great service. That's success. But you have to know where you want to be. So you can align your rituals, your patterns, your disciplines, your habits have to be in line. Now, you have to step back a lot of times and review what you're doing. Has anybody out there who's watching this ever tried a diet? Tried a certain diet. I'm going to eat no carbs. I'm going to be all keto, or I'm going to eat whatever. You try different diets, and then all of a sudden you're gaining weight. You're like, this diet is not working. Example, imagine that if you didn't notice that, and you're like, I'm going to try this diet that everybody else says works. And you never check the scale, everything's fine, and you're just going, I'm going to do this for a year. And you just never take a step back and analyze and get on the scale or see how you're doing to find out this diet is taking me in the wrong direction. That's how it happens to a lot of agents. And like examples, planning a trip. If you don't know which way you're going and plan out which way you're going, you might be driving in the wrong direction. If you're not paying attention, hey, I've done that before. How many of us got on the freeway, we're on a trip, and for some reason you're not paying attention to the exits because you're not analyzing, you're not paying attention, you're just driving, you're just going and going and going. Found out you missed the exit, and you're like an hour out of your way. How many? I've done that. How many? That's how that kind of philosophy works. If you don't take a step back, analyze your results, your actual actions every day could be taking you in the actual opposite direction of where you want to go, and then you have to work even harder to get up where you're going. So it's kind of that mentality of work smarter, not harder. So you have to analyze, are my rituals, are my patterns, are my disciplines, are my habits aligned with where I want to go? Are they doing the things? Am I, sometimes the short-term goals don't get there, but you have to analyze, am I making the calls? Am I reaching out to the right people? Am I making contacts? Am I having quality conversations with prospects? Am I building my database? Am I staying in touch with each of them in their own unique way enough times throughout the year? All of these things have to be in line, or you're going to get off track, or not, or it's a harder road to get to your goal. So the number one thing is you've got to start with, where am I going? And work your way back with that. Get those patterns, those rituals, those disciplines, and those habits in order. Write them down. Keep track of them. Check them. Have a checklist. Because if you don't have a checklist, like example, when you back to the football reference, if they're not winning games, each game, let's analyze. Did we do well? We played hard, but we lost, and we lost again. If they weren't keeping track of their wins and losses, they're not making it to the Super Bowl. They're not being successful, but they're working hard. They're practicing. They're doing the things that they think right, but they have to switch it up. Same with you. You got to find out after spending the one thing, 40 to 50 good conversations, quality conversations with people should equal one sale. That's been said many, many times before in my videos and many, many other real estate coaches. So if you're making the calls, doing the right things and not equaling the appointments and not equaling the sales, you have to analyze what's going wrong. And to our Century 21 HomeStar agents, I'm here for you. Any agent out there, but most of our Century 21 HomeStar agents, I'll be happy to coach you. We'll analyze once a week. What did you do for the week? How many calls did you make? How many contacts? How many people did you talk to? What did you talk about? Did you equal an appointment? Did it equal a sale? Where to try to keep you on track, to keep these rituals and patterns and disciplines and habits all in line. And sometimes you need help from someone else to help do that. So that's it for today. Just want to give you some things to think about. Are you in line with your goals? Do you know where you're going? You know where your destination is, not just in life, but in business. And get help if you have help. You have videos, you have real estate coaches, you have especially Century 21 HomeStar agents. We have a whole online university of programs and systems and tools, and a whole online university of classes that you could take to learn more and how to keep all these things in order to get your goal. Because remember, your goal is our goal, Century 21's goal, it's all of our goals. We all succeed in a way when you have a sale and you succeed. So we all want to help you get there. So that's it. Have a great Monday, and we'll see you tomorrow, high noon on Tuesday. Have a good day, everyone. Bye-bye.